jump on and just say hi and show my face and see how you guys are doing and kind of welcome you to what is happening tonight. I got an invitation to be on another couples podcast, and it's Chris and Carletta. So I'll be on their podcast tonight talking about my journey as an RVer and getting a chance to kind of promote my book. So I'm really excited about that. I wanted to tell you I'm doing a lot better. I'm to the point now where I don't need my crutches to walk around. I still have to be careful because my foot still is it still swells, but I'm doing a lot better as far as being able to move around. I'm not able to stay on it too long, but I am able to move around. So I'm really excited about that. So thank you for your thoughts, your messages, and your prayers. I really appreciate that. Okay, and so everybody was wanting to know what our plans were as far as this summer's concerned. Well, due to my injury, the campground called and they were like, hey, um, I'm not. They wanted us to get there early, but with all the medical bills and then stuff staying here, we weren't able to go. So I'm assuming our offer might be off the table because we can't get there. We were supposed to officially start April 1st, and so we don't have the money to leave here. I started a GoFundMe and then I deleted the announcement, and I was like, I just don't want to go that route. And then somebody else was like, well, that's what you build a community for, so people to be able to help you. So I will post it in the description below, and you can look at it, you cannot look at it, it's totally fine. But I really missed you guys. I miss being on the road. It's been really tough here these last couple days, these last couple weeks, just kind of living in limbo and not really knowing what's going to happen. And we're still there. We still don't know what's going to happen as far as where we're going and what we're doing. All I know is that we can't stay here forever, and our time is like ticking down where we got to make some decisions and figure out what we're going to do next. And unfortunately, just being out of work for 2 weeks and then Cedric not being able to really work because he was helping me, I couldn't put any weight or anything on my foot. We just don't have the money. We just don't even have the money to leave. So that's been quite a bummer, a little bit overwhelming, but God is faithful even when things are bad. And so we're just going to keep moving forward, do what we can. I tried to go to work this morning, and I was able to like drive, but after a while my foot starts to hurt holding it in certain positions. And then walking on it, like trying to zigzag through the stores, that was a nightmare. I was able to do it. But by the time I finished that first one, I was like, okay, I know I can't, I don't have the stamina to do this all day. So I was trying to get some work done, feeling a little overwhelmed and a little pressure to come up with a plan and get things moving. And now that we don't have work as an option, everything is just so up in the air. And I'm just trying to stay positive and not feel so overwhelmed, and start working on a plan B. So that's where we are right now. And I vowed myself, once we get past this little hurdle of whatever it looks like, we will not be in this situation anymore. I promised myself that. So it's like, once we get through this and we can get back on the road, I am not leaving off the road. I am going to, I know what it takes to live full time as an RVer, and I'm not in the right places to pull that off. And so I won't make that mistake again. I will not come on the east side and just get stuck here and depending on the kindness of family. I'm just not doing that, because they have been kind. And I'm the type of person, I don't want to take advantage of my sister and her hospitality and her home and all that kind of stuff. And plus, I'm just ready to go. Once you get that traveling bug and you get on the road, you really are ready to go. And I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to do my own thing and be in my own little space, be able to clean up like I want to, flush my toilet the way I want to, take a shower in my place the way I want to, wash my dishes how I want to. You just crave that space. And so that's where we are. So I'm really excited about the things that are happening. I'm excited about tonight's live. I'm excited about the direction that our channel is starting to take, where we're starting to be able to do some more collabs and meet some more of other RVers. And I got a partner, and we've been talking about and flushing out Excuse me. It's supposed to be like spring, but it's like 37 and it's cold, but we still have pollen. So I don't know how that works, but that's the deal. And so I've been talking with the partner about starting a podcast that we do together once a month because they travel quite a bit more than we do. So they're different places at different times. And we'd be doing it, via YouTube. So we're talking about trying to come up with something about that and just kind of talking about things that we are. Thank you, Doc. Talking about some things that we could do to pull that off. And so we're going to be coming to you with that. So we're flushing out that idea, and that's going to be super cool. And hopefully we'll be able to invite other people on to kind of share their experience with life in general, as far as and we are both full-time RVers, but we know that life still has other things that we could talk about, and they're really big into fitness and health and stuff like that. So we'll have some different segments talking about different things. Some of the things she'll come up with, some of the things I'll come up with, but we want to have a well-rounded podcast where we meet once a month and then kind of blog about it and drum up some ideas and thoughts behind it. So that's just one thing that the iron is in the fire. I want to tell you guys we are almost at 3,700 watch time hours, and I know that we haven't been, like being able to film, especially with me being down. So any old videos that you can watch, that would be awesome. We did make some new changes in the camper. Like I want to show you a few things, and so I might just do a quick run through video on that. I was thinking about doing it as a live, but I just think it'd be better if it's just like, hey, summertime update, check it out, something like that. And just kind of, because you've already seen pretty much a walkthrough. And so therefore this would just kind of be last minute little detailed things, little tricks and hacks that we did as far as that is concerned. Hey Destiny, how are you? And so I just wanted to jump on for a minute and just let you guys see my face and see that I am up and out of bed and I'm working on a few things. If you can, I would love it if you would share my book. I got a dessert cookbook. I'm working on a breakfast book as well. So I have the dessert cookbook. I have the other two books, and I'll put links to those if you want to check them out or whatnot. We sold 3 of them, so I'm super excited about that. And yeah, so it's like I need to take a breath. Life sometimes is just overwhelming, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing. And so coming up with a game plan is just what life is about. It's like, okay, this didn't work out. We got to have a plan B. What's the plan B? And kind of just repivoting plans, re-looking at things, recalculating things, and just trying to make things work and not give up. I was reading where it says the devil's greatest tool is discouragement. If he can get you discouraged, then you lose hope, and then you kind of want to give up. And I have thought about giving up over these last few months. Not so much giving up on how I live, like my living situation, but giving up YouTube, because it's a lot of pressure when you're trying to compete with so many other people who are able to, when it seems like they're able to crank out way more content than you, and you're just struggling to keep up. And I was like, this is pressure I'm putting on myself. And so maybe I just need to let it go and just focus on finding Erica and literally just, trying to survive versus trying to paint this persona that that may not be realistic for your situation. And so I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about all kind of stuff. I've been thinking about, what am I going to do with the second half of my life, right? The first part of your life, you're motivated by your kids and by your family, and it's kind of dictated for you, right? You got to make sure you're working. You got to make sure that the kids have a place to stay, that they have friends, that they're in school, that their homework gets done, that they graduate. You got to make sure the bills are paid and food is in the house. And it kind of, that's your motivation. You get up and you go to work whether you want to or not, and you do all these things because you have people depending on you. And it's like, what do you do the second half of your life when those people are no longer there? the motivation isn't there to keep doing the same thing. You know, what I'm trying to figure out, what am I going to do with me, you know? And so there's some soul searching I've been trying to do since I've been incapacitated. And you don't miss walking until you can't do it. And you don't miss doing for yourself till you have to depend on somebody else to help you. And thank goodness I had somebody to help me, because it was not a pleasant experience. But I'm an independent person, so that wasn't pleasant for me, period, to not be independent. And it's a little scary, depending on somebody else and kind of being in a state of helplessness. And so I'm just trying to make sure I'm making smart moves and that I'm doing something that's productive. And it's a pressure to be not a role model, but an accurate depiction of who I am versus selling you a dream of what RV life is like. And so this is like, my channel is more like my personal blog journey of the second half of my life, and I live in an RV full time. That's more like what it is, because people think full time RVer, they think that you're just moving nonstop and you're just traveling and having all these amazing adventures, and that's a part of it, but not for everybody. That's not a continuous part all the time. But like I said, even in my book, the advice that I'm telling you, I need to do it myself. Like, I need to be where the jobs are. I need to be in the areas are where it's RV friendly. I need to not try to stick around in areas that are familiar because it's like a comfort zone, and be somewhere where I can thrive and be successful for me. And so that's what it is. And I know that's what it is, because that's what it always is whenever I come home. Whenever I come home, this is always my situation. Whenever I'm gone, this is not the situation. It's only this situation when I'm here. And so that is why I know that coming here and staying for so long is not a good thing. So now the goal is to just get out and get to where I know that we can start to relive, like pick up and start being a little bit more self-sufficient and social, and just reclaim our lives. So meanwhile, we're gonna keep moving forward, whatever that looks like. And so I hope that, even though I'm not sitting on a trust fund or have a whole lot of money in the bank, or Social Security, which some of y'all may not have soon, that life can still be fulfilling, and you have to find ways to be happy in the situation you in. Come up with a plan B, hunker down, and move forward. And so that's the mindset I'm in. It's getting ready to be April. People are doing the last little bit of their hiring, and even if we got another job, we still got to get there, and we just got to come up with some traveling money, and start picking a direction and start working towards it. Yes, and that is what, Doc, that's what I want to do, but I don't travel by myself, so I have to take into consideration Cedric as well. If it was up to me, and you guys know that, we'd have been in Arizona December when we had the money to go. But that's not how things transpired, right? And so we stayed, and things come up, and I wanted to get the camper finished because we have been stuck in one space. And I was like, okay, well, if we're going to be here, let's do all the things we have been talking about doing to the camper, and get it ready for the season. So all we have to do is just live in it. There's no projects. So then we switched gears and we started on the project. So we started painting the kitchen, painting the living room, painting the bedroom. Then I got the curtains and got the couch and got, the appliances. We had to redo all the fixtures and stuff. And I can't wait to show you that, because We got new fixtures in the bathroom. We got new fixtures, period, that because some of them were faulty. And so we really got some things done. And it's like, then when it was time for us to go and we had the money, I fell and hurt myself. And then I haven't worked in, like, this is going to be week 3. I haven't been able to work. He hasn't really been able to work because he's like, got to be here with me, or he goes and comes right back. Hey, you got to use the bathroom. You need to go take a shower. You want dinner. You got to eat breakfast. And so he's been very attentive to try to take care of me. At first, the first week, it was like I couldn't be alone at all. Like I couldn't do anything. I couldn't put any kind of weight on it whatsoever. And so, life happens and it's happening for everybody. I'm not the only one going through something. There's a lot of people, and I have a lot to be grateful for because there are a lot of people who lost their jobs and they don't know how they're going to make their rent. And they don't know where they're going to live now. And they're trying to figure out life without work. I have friends back at the VA that lost their jobs and they've been there for years. And they're like trying to figure out what life looks like now for them. And so at least I own my home and I have that going for me. And so I'm grateful for that. And you just have to count your blessings and just do the best you can. And we just have to pull together and support one another and well wishes to each one of us, and to, kind of give us each other kind words and just be supportive. And I know a lot of people unfollow me when I start talking about prayer and all that kind of stuff, but I'm sorry, it works. And when you're down and out and things are hard, you need somebody praying for you, man, because you don't know how you're going to make it through. And it's so many of us at that point where we don't know how we're going to make it through. And you need the Lord touching people's hearts to help you, to see you in a soft light and have mercy on you to help you. And we all need that, whether you believe he's real or not. If the plane's going down, everybody praying to somebody, right? So it's like one of those things that you can't harden your heart so much that, oh, she's talking about prayer, I'm gonna unfollow her. It's just ridiculous. I mean, that's just a part of life. You need people on your side that are on your side. And that's the kind of community I hope that I'm harvesting here. I know you come for the RV stuff. I know you come for the journey. I know you come for the decorating. I know you come for a whole nother purpose. But this channel is about finding me. It's about me figuring out at 47 who I am. Because along the way, I am not ashamed to say I lost that. And I've been trying to find her ever since. And so today I'm being a little bit vulnerable because we're all having financial issues. I was thinking about, I don't want to say her name. She's one of the subscribers in our community, and she's getting ready to retire. And I was just thinking about her the other day, and I was like, Lord, I hope they don't mess with her Social Security or take it away to where she can't retire. And now she's got to look at working longer because she don't know how she's going to make ends meet if she stops. I get it. We're all going through something. And that's why you need a safe space on your corner of the internet where you can say, I'm struggling. Can you pray for me? Or, hey, I just need to be around friends. Let's do a live where we just kind of talk and laugh and just kind of forget. I need that. In real life, I don't have a lot of friends. Like, I have people that I know, but I don't talk to them. I talk to you guys more than I talk to anybody I do in real life, other than my sister and my mother. So it's one of those things where you need people, you need community, right? And so we have to be there for one another, because you never know what you might say could change somebody's thought process, change their life, change how they're feeling, change what decision they were gonna make. And we need to be there for one another, period. Period. The Calvary is not coming to save us. So we have to step up to the plate and be there for one another. And be what America is supposed to be. The land of the brave. The home of the free, right? The community coming together, helping one another. And so I hope I can do that for you guys. I hope I can make this a channel and a place that where I can come and be vulnerable with you guys, but you can also be vulnerable in the comment section, and nobody's going to respond negative. Nobody's going to be saying ugly things. That will all give you words of encouragement, and this will just be a place on the internet where you can come and be yourself, because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be myself. And some days that's easier than other days, but I'm determined to be as authentic as I possibly can. I don't plan on changing my lifestyle. I don't plan on going back to 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. I don't care when people are happy to see that I'm financially struggling and they couldn't wait so they could tell me maybe it's time I give up this dream. Man, you give up your dream, what else do you have? If you don't have a dream, then what do you have? I'm not giving up my dream. Life has always been hard for me. This is just another part of it, and I will make it through. I made it to almost 50. I've learned how to survive. I've learned a couple things, and I'm a 77 model, so I don't break down as easy. And so I'm just gonna move forward, and I'm gonna encourage you guys to do the same. Don't let anybody steal your dream. Don't tell everybody your plans, especially if they don't have your best interest at heart. Move in circles of people that are like-minded and want what you want, so they'll keep you motivated. And life is so short, and it's so uncertain. You cannot live it to please others. And I am no longer doing that. I don't like people to say certain things to me, like backlash of, well, Erica, maybe you and Cedric should just try to find you a real job and hunker down and get a place. And it's like, I don't want to hear that. I'm not doing that. That's what you're doing. You locked in a mortgage you can't afford, or an apartment that's too high, paying for a car that's $800 a month, struggling to make ends meet. And if you don't show up at work, you miss one paycheck, you in worse shape than me. I don't want that. So I know some of them mean well, but some of them just don't want to see you doing what you're doing because they can't do it, or they're too afraid to do it. So I'm not changing my lifestyle. I'm not gonna sell my camper and go back to work and try to learn something, a new trade, and work for, when I left the VA, I was making almost $30 an hour. I'm not going back to make $13 and $12 trying to work my way back up the chain. I'm not doing that. I'm too old for that. So if I was in my 20s, maybe. But I am almost 50, honey. I'm just not doing that. So I'm going to figure out a way to make life where I am as enjoyable as possible. And I am going to take this journey of this year, just like how COVID changed the way I thought and got me on the path of thinking about RVing, especially when my father died, my stepfather died, my niece passed away. All these people I started loving started being missing from the Thanksgiving table. I realized then life is just very short and very fickle. And so this year has showed me things can change overnight while I'm asleep. And so I need to make some decisions, and it's okay to make ones that you're happy with. And happy may not come right off the bat. It may not look like how others think it should look. And you know what? That is okay. That is okay. They don't have to see your dream. They don't have to understand it. They don't even have to like it. Just respect the fact that that's my dream. And don't try to take it by making me feel bad for having one. You don't have to help me. You don't have to send me anything. But you don't have to tear me down either. You don't have to make me feel bad or less of a person because I chose something different than you did. That's all I'm saying. And you guys, I love y'all. I do. I love your comments. I answer each and every last one of them because you mean something to me. And so we are going to see what this summer is going to look like. And I'm not going to lie to you. I don't like uncertainty. Like, I don't like not knowing what I'm doing next. That scares me because as a mother of 5, you've always had to know what's going to happen. And then not knowing is very scary. But I'm putting my trust in the one who knows everything. This injury caught me off guard and it threw me back financially, but it didn't catch God off guard. And I have to trust at this point that He's got a plan, because I surely do not. And I feel bad about that, because I feel like I should have a plan. I thought I had a plan. The plan kind of fell through, and now there's plan B. And if that doesn't materialize, then there's plan C. But I'm committed. I am committed. This is my home. This is not some endless camping trip. My stuff is here. My grandchildren come here. My kids come visit me here. This is home. This is home. This is not a decision I made overnight and now I'm regretting it. This is the best decision I've ever made. And with any decisions you make, there are challenges. And I'm just facing a challenge. And so having your help would be awesome. But having your support is wonderful as well. And so I'm just there. And so I'm hoping you guys will come over tonight, over to the live. It's going to be on their channel. So come on over and show your support. And if you just come in and listen in, it's going to be fun. And I'm excited about it. You know, once people start reading your books and kind of getting to know who you are and seeing your face, opportunities open up. And so I'm hoping that this will be a start of a new opportunity to be able to network with people and help my channel grow, help their channel grow, and go from there. So inside of under the community tab, where your post, like when people post stuff on their wall, there's a link to the podcast. Now, if you're on the East Coast, it's a late podcast. It starts at 9. So if you can't be there because you have to work or whatnot the next day, try to watch it the next day. That would just be awesome. And I want to support them as best I can. And I would love to have your support as well. And so the link is there. You click on it and be there at 9:00. And we're just gonna have a conversation. And I know it's going to go well and it'll be a good time by everybody. And I hope I can be informational, and just be patient if you're hearing something you've already heard before, because a lot of people want to know why you got into it. How did you stay in it? What are you doing now? You know, questions like that. And so if you heard it, just stay for the show. That would just be awesome. I know that people are filtering in and filtering out. If you could just be ever so kind and leave a thumbs up, that would be awesome. It helps to put out the channel, and it helps us grow, and it helps get it out to other people who may not even know that this channel exists. So it's 5 of us here. I'm hoping to have 5 thumbs up, and each person that comes in, if you could just click that button, it's free and effortless to give a thumbs up and help us get this out. And I hope today you guys heard what I said, and I hope that I was motivating to you. To maybe you were on the fence about something that you were thinking about and you didn't know if it was a good idea or if you should do it. And I'm here to tell you, pray about it and move forward, right? And just move forward. Don't be afraid. Fear holds people back. Be smart, but don't be afraid. You know, count the cost, but don't be afraid, and move forward. So I hope you guys will come on over to the show tonight. Remember, it's at 9:00. I'd love to have you there, and blow up their live chat with questions. Be willing to ask whatever questions you have, or ask them questions as well. And if you are impressed and that you would like to help us get back on the road and get out west or wherever we need to go, because I'm working on a plan B right now, I will drop our GoFundMe in there, in the description, but also my information is under the about as well, so you can find that there. All right, you guys, I am going to do a mini video kind of showing you some of the DIY stuff we did in the camper. I probably will post that for later on this week just so I can spread things out and have some content. If you don't mind sharing this video, that would be awesome. And if you're new to this channel and you're finding me for the first time, welcome. I hope that you will stay for the journey, and make sure you subscribe and leave a thumbs up and a comment. Let me know how you found us, and if you have any questions for me or whatever, just leave a comment. I would love to have your comments. So drop a comment below, and we're gonna move forward, and we're just gonna wait and see what this summer has in store, whatever it is. And I hope that you will take the journey with me, because you never know where I may end up. So see you guys later. Bye for now.